Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, where last time we got shipwrecked here on... do we know the name of this island? Yeah, Villario's Rest. And we've been going around gathering up our scattered crew, making sure they're all okay, also picking up some ghosts, as we try to repair the Defiant, which is the name of our ship. And hopefully we'll be able to do all that. We'll just do that real quick. Hop on over to where Aethys is just walking around. We'll kick his ass real quick. Get our soul back and go back to rebuild Cadnua, and everything will be just fine. Nice quick little journey. In all honesty, I have no idea what's going to happen. How are we going to defeat Aethys? I mean, Theos was pretty powerful. You guys just swim through. He was pretty powerful, but like... He wasn't a god, right? I know the gods are fabricated. But still, they were fabricated in a way where they were like given... From what we remember, or from what I remember, I'm not gonna claim that you guys had the same kind of memory as me. From what I remember, the gods were fabricated by the merging of a lot of souls, maybe thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands. I don't know. So they're definitely probably going to be more powerful than Theos would have been, even though Theos was a very old soul. Oh, look, they got a little rainbow there. That's nice. But I guess we'll find out what we got to do with Aethys. We do have the support of the gods, at least Bareth. I don't know if the other gods will support us. I imagine Magrin will, considering her and Aethys have history. But I think in terms of where we need to go... Oh, there's something over here. Let's go this way first, because I think the bridge is probably the way we need to go. We got 4 crew members plus a steward head. Maybe we got somebody else up here too, maybe? Oh, there's another ghost or soul.
There's nothing for miles.
That's true. That's typically how oceans are. At least island archipelagos. Not that way. Okay, let's get over here. And fast mode. There's a fast mode. Good. Look at us sprinting along. That's much better. I'm sorry. I keep remembering things I wanted to do before we leave. You guys got anything?
Boil up some water. We'll have a spy at that leg of yours.
Should have seen me with that barrel, Engrim. I showed it who's boss.
You sure did.
Magrin gives some of us simpler trials than others.
That she does.
The Yodel said you had to bail him out of trouble. Diverus? Was he crying? You can tell me.
Oh, quiet. You were under a damned barrel.
A Valian expression of questioning or confirmation roughly translates to really or seriously. I like how we can get little translations for these Valian words. That's cool.
Good news, Captain. I found some supplies must have washed ashore. Even better. I've located some spirits.
Ooh.
The mundane kind, I mean. Nothing that requires your talents, Watcher.
His eyes twitch and twinkle in delight. Have you seen any other survivors?
Not a one. We've come away from this one limping, Captain.
Yeah.
But we live to see the next battle through.
I like you, Eld. Can I call you Eld? Or I gotta say Eld Ingram? What do you think we should do now?
It's just the lot of us now, Captain. You'd best head into town, see about supplies and repairs. I'll keep an eye on the ship.
Right. Do you know anything about this island?
Kith live here. I ken that much. Means we're a sight better off than we could be.
That's true. The word Kith is used to describe the dominant civilized races of Aora, including humans, Amoa, dwarves, elves, orlins, and godlike.
Of course, it's surely pirate territory. They've a number of bolt holes out this way. I'd nae be surprised if that cave up north is one of them.
It is.
Could
Or
be
was.
they lie in wait for us, even as we speak.
A twinkle in his eyes belies his foreboding tone. Very well.
I suppose we are lucky to have found land.
Yeah.
What a mess. We'll be needing help getting the Defiant off the ground.
Do you know anything about this place?
We got turned around in that storm. Hard to be sure just where we are.
What do we do now?
Not much chance of us moving the ship on our own, but we're in charted waters. There's bound to be a town nearby.
All right, farewell. Let's go check out this supposed town that's nearby. I kind of like... Fast speed almost seems like too fast in this. I don't know. Deadfire Archipelago. Addendum added stranded. Need some more splash art for these loading screens. These black screens. I don't know why it's taking so long. The Forgotten Sanctum. Oh, this is the DLC. Okay. The Forgotten Sanctum has been installed. You will automatically begin the first quest of this adventure when you receive a visitor upon the high seas after having progressed far enough through the game to access the Forgotten Sanctum. Okay. Seeker, Slayer, Survivor has been installed. You will automatically begin the first quest of this adventure when the steward contacts you after you have progressed far enough. Okay. Cool. Look at this map. Okay, we got something over there. I think I know why the loading screens are going so slow. I think I installed this game on the wrong hard drive. On my, I think I installed it on my my external, which is much slower than my SDs. I might have to reinstall the game. Not now, obviously, but it's not that big of a deal. But in between sessions, for sure. Okay, so apparently, oh wow, I can. Oh, I'm wasting time. Am I wasting time? Yes. Okay, so we don't want to do that. Oh, let's go over here. Hard tack. Ooh, what's this? Can I get that? No. Got a river there. Interesting. Ilinet's Fork. In the distance, you see a simple wagon. The angle at which it rests on the road, one side jutting above the other, suggests that it has been damaged or disabled. Even from your vantage point, you can make out Kith milling about. Sneak. Do I have any sneak? I did it, so I guess I do. As you near the cart, you make out a group of Redsaran pilgrims in rough spun linens and cottons. A single draft horse stamps at the ground impatiently, as two of the pilgrims argue over the front right wheel, which seems hopelessly stuck in the mud. Approach openly. One of the pilgrims notices you. He steps back, draws the attention of the others, and a man in well-worn gambeson steps forward. The weight of deep concern hangs on his face. Did the dreams bring you here as well? The other pilgrims look to you with a mix of apprehension and hope. Dreams? I'm following Aethys. The other pilgrim's mouth opens in amazement. You hear a gasp from another. They look to each other, excitement in their eyes. Yeah, as soon as these people were identified as Raidsarans, which I don't want to pretend that Klessi is racist or anything, but she just straight up looked at somebody and assumed their nationality. But that's what the game told us they were. They were Raidsarans. But as soon as I assumed that, mention Aethys and that'll get him going. Praise him, the old man cries out. We are not alone. We had the dreams too. We saw the 3 stars sailing through the sky, piercing the black of a storm cloud. Figured it must be him, Aethys, calling to us, so we came here to the place we saw in our dreams. The pilgrims look around, matching their sleeping memory to the present. How long it's been since Cadnuid was destroyed? Were we told that? We saw the giant pass with 3 stars on his brow, but He sighs and gestures to the wagon stuck in the mud. Sad to say, we could not follow him. Wheels stuck as stuck gets. None of us are strong enough to lift that corner up to get something... under it. More than one of us tries, and we just get in each other's way. The other pilgrims nod and stretch, suddenly remembering their aching bodies. Let me take a look. A brief inspection reveals that the wagon is undamaged, but the wheel is stuck fast in the mud. We have some wood, the old man says as he gestures to the back of the wagon. If we can get the wheel up, we can slide that beneath it. Inside the wagon, you see several planks of wood. A small box of valuables sits to the side. One of the younger Dawn Stars looks at you, eyes wide. Reckon you can lift it? Attempt to steal the strong box now. Attempt to lift the corner of the wagon. Choose a party member for that. A deer. Success. Awesome. We got some reputation, it looks like. Alright, so it's all in here. So we get faction reputation as well. Factions will display how much positive reputation you have with a blue bar and how much negative reputation with a red bar. Okay, that's these things here, it looks like. There's a lot going on with that reputation menu. And then the world map, yeah. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. A deer squares themselves to the wagon's corner, squats deep, and rests the wheel up from the mud with a grunt. A young Dawn Star stands in shock for a moment, reacting just in time to thrust a thick board beneath the wheel. It takes the better part of an hour to lay down a safe path for the wagon to roll free of the mud. You know, it's impressive that he did that, but we probably should have emptied the wagon first. That probably would have taken some weight off of it. But I guess that's maybe not the point. Huh. I don't know. The laboring Dawn Stars glisten with sweat, but laugh happily as they sing songs of praise for Aethys. Results, 2 hours pass. We're not in any super rush, are we? I mean, sure, Aethys has half my soul, but it's not like I'm gonna die or go insane like in the last game yet, right? Hopefully. Smiling, their leader presses a small pouch of coins into your hand. We appreciate the help. Without you, who knows how long we would have been stranded out here. They begin to prepare their wagons as you take your leave. You've gained an item, a 15 silver finning. The item was put into your stash and gives some money. The old man calls out to you as you go. Take care of yourself and your soul, traveler. Whether you came for Aethys or not, we know in our hearts that he has come for us. That might not be a good thing that he's come for us. Okay, we got a fork in the road, so it looks like we want to go this way. Port Mage. Oh, that's not the... What is this thing? I don't know. It's pretty far away, though. Let's go check out this town. Or this port. I'm guessing these are going to be all of our companions. I do know that Aloth is in this game. And you can see him there. Is that Pelagina? It kind of looks like her. I mean, I'm sure I knew at one point that she was in this game, but I didn't remember she was. That'd be cool if she is. Especially since we used her a lot in our Pillars 1 playthrough. So that's good. But the other two, the Orlan and the Amoa, I don't recall. The Amoa looks very pretty, though. I like her. The Orlan looks badass as well, though. I don't know how many party members we're going to have. Like, we can have in our party. I don't know how many, like, companions overall we have either, but... I wonder if it's going to be... It was 6 in Pillars of Eternity 1. I wonder if it's going to be the same here. Oh, look at this place. Port Mage Harbor. Mid-Spring. Mage Prima. 2828. Cool. Oh, this game looks so pretty.
Crowd's about.
There's a crowd?
What if the giant comes this way?
Please, everyone stay calm.
The man at the center of attention appears to be fielding inquiries from both the gaggle of townsfolk gathered around the platform and a rather severe-looking Amoa woman standing just beside him.
Please, everyone remain calm. I assure you I will do everything in my power to get you the answers you need. Our friends among the Huana.
a tribal civilization primarily comprised of island Amawa, which has thrived in the Deadfire archipelago for thousands of years. Though largely decentralized, the Huana share common values steeped in mythology and a sense of guardianship over the isles they call home.
Have offered you hospitality and safety from the storms.
The Amawa woman folds her arms.
Yes. I think we are all keenly aware of the debt of gratitude we owe to the...
I have personally seen to the safety of your homes. Now you will do the same for our families.
So she's called the Storm Speaker Ikawa.
What about our families?
What about the ships? How are we supposed to feed ourselves?
If everyone would...
As Clario's gaze sweeps across the crowd, it falls upon you, where it remains. A few more heads turn to see what has caught the governor's attention, and then, ominously, the rain begins to fall. Hey guys.
It's one of the pirates.
At the alarmed cry, the whole of the crowd turns to regard you. A startled, expectant hush falls upon the gathered throng. And if I am, I'm not a pirate. My ship ran aground just south of here. I need help. Where? And if I am?
Hey, you mind if I go get a drink? Meet up with you later. Got bad luck with mobs.
It's gonna be okay, dear.
Everyone stay calm. I think it's clear our guest is nothing of the sort.
Well, thank you, Governor Clario.
2 of my guards reported a ship flying deer wooden colors, fallen prey to a private vessel. That would be your ship, I assume.
The crowd quiets somewhat at that, though you still find yourself the target of a few glares.
That would make her lucky. Your own vessels do not usually fare so well.
The woman regards you with bland curiosity.
Quite.
I just need some repairs and I'll be on my way. If I was all that lucky, I wouldn't have crashed here, so you'll help me say nothing. I just need some repairs and I'll be on my way.
Percamblanca, everyone, forgive me. I believe this matter requires my attention. You have my word that I will keep you apprised of any changes.
A Valium term meaning literally for mercy, or for little mercy, which is taken as, come on now. Okay.
Especially you, Mestre Ikawa.
Mestra.
Do not flatter me with Valian titles. You are distracted with your newcomer and wish me gone. But I will not go far, Governor Clario.
Geralde, as for you, stranger, let us speak at my estate. We'll discuss your predicament.
Dude, I just need some supplies. A Valiant expression of approval that roughly translates to brave or defiant. Interesting. That's what Pelegina always said whenever we came back to Cadnua. She would say that, and then that, the Valian republics don't build castles or forts anymore with big walls because of cannons. Speak with Governor Clario. Okay. Well, I mean, can I talk to you guys? No? Okay. Just a bunch of commoners. There's Dawnstar. Are these the people we helped?
Accept the light, and you shall be redeemed.
A woman shouts, arms raised high and wide. In each hand she grips a golden candle. The flames gutter wildly as she gestures to the crowd before her. The missionary holds a candle to drip wax in the shape of 3 stars on the forehead of each kneeling worshipper. One of them stumbles back, wiping the hot wax from his skin.
Se futito, Madicchio, I did not sign up to be burned.
Valiant, fuck this. I like it. What do you think you're doing? Watch from within the crowd. Excuse me, I'm looking for the governor. Watch from within the crowd. The priestess trembles. The priestess trembles her arms, face pinched with disappointment, in the warm sea breeze from the port. Loose strands of her sun-streaked hair whip about her head like a living halo.
This flame is not for purification. It is for illuminating the darkness. Sanctification comes only as a result of your journey. But the light will guide your way.
She tilts her face toward the sky, eyes shut. She drags a shaky hand to dribble wax across her own brow.
Aethys has returned at last, but it's not too late to redeem ourselves.
As surely as my fingers are webbed, I tell you, Gone never left.
Karu Craftswoman. And Gon, is that their name for Aethys? Gon is an aspect of Aethys associated with death and harvests. His implements are symbolically important. The sickle reaps what it is sowed, or what is sowed in life, and the lantern guides the deceased down their intended path of death and rebirth. It is generally believed that Gon, instead of Barroth's avatars, visit those who embrace death with acceptance and understanding. His most fervent devotees are known as Harvesters of Gon. Gon is an answerer of wrongs and imbalances. This has contributed in no small part to Deerwood's enthusiasm for vigilante justice. Popular regard for Gon is polarizing. He's appreciated, feared, and characterized by a grim sense of finality. Interesting. We had a ring of Gon in the last game. I didn't know it was... Maybe I read it and I just forgot, but I didn't know it was an aspect of Aethys. Despite her contrary words, the Huana woman shrugs, accepting the golden wax.
Sakes alive, Wanglith. Ain't we got more pressing matters to attend to than a baptism?
Arms crossed over her chest, a shorter, duskier woman watches the ritual with an ornery sort of expression. Her delicate chin jutted up.
We just missed one of the biggest reap-ins of all time. What about the souls that need us?
As she steps forward, she reaches for a peculiar-looking lantern strapped to her hip.
Do not push me on this, you wayward child. You'd leave the living forlorn to service the dead?
You wayward child. Rather than discouraging the other Dawnstar, the accusation seems to kindle a stubbornness inside her. Shoulders set, she grins.
Here, I'll light them all at once.
Metal clinking, she sways an eerily lit lantern in an intricate pattern before her. The priestess bites her lip, swinging harder and faster, lithe arms hurtling the weapon with a deceptively hidden strength, until she thrusts it hard out toward the crowd, splattering everyone with wax. That's one way to do it. What souls are you on about? Wipe a glob of wax from your shoulder. Wipe a glob of wax from your shoulder.
Now that we're right with our God, can we please see about helping the people I dreamed died? Those souls ain't gonna reap themselves.
The words catch in her throat as she turns, spotting you for the first time.
I'm guessing you're not here for the baptism.
I'm looking for an Audra statue, yay high, inhabited by Aethys. Do you know where I can find the governor? You dreamed people died. What happened here? What if I was? You dreamed people died?
Sure did. I get those kind of dreams sometimes. The ones that turn out true. Nightmares more like. Terrors that come true.
She rubs a palm over the back of her neck.
Had 'em since I was a little girl on the farm. Guess Gon was speaking to me even then.
Some of our brethren suffer from these visions more than others, while some of us, favorably, have none at all.
It ain't a curse. It's a blessing. A mark of the divine.
Xoti shrugs. What happened here?
It's madness, right? Who'd have thought a giant green statue might storm through the port?
At the memory, her pupils gobble up the warm brown of her hair, and the remaining darkness gleams wickedly.
I did. I dreamed it for months, again and again, and night and day, until I pushed the others to come here. We told the governor, but he wouldn't evacuate on account of me, not knowing exactly when our god might arrive.
No one believed it. But how could we know?
The woman wrings her hands before wiping trembling, wax-smeared fingers down the side of her robe. I'm looking for an Audra statue, yay high, inhabited by Aethys. Do you know where I can find the governor?
I surely do. I already asked him to let me inland, on account of my dreams that came true. But he's not giving out the location of the Audra Pillar. You think he'd tell you?
You're not permitted, child, because it's too dangerous. But you never listen.
Yet I hear you all the time, Wanglith.
She grimaces, baring her teeth.
Gon's been calling me here. Left the breadcrumbs in my dreams. I need to get inland. If you're going, I could help you. Swear on my soul.
Who are you?
Oh, hell. Now where are my manners?
Where are your manners? Hell is a colloquial term used for the beyond in Adir, the Deerwood and Raid Saris.
I'm Xoti, child of the Dawn Stars and priestess to Gone, at your service.
The faint trace of a smile forms on Adir's lips. Ah. The blank button, or that button, in the lower center of the screen. The reputation to end this campaign participation with other party members. Do our party members have relationships with each other? That's really cool if that's the case. Always happy to meet a fellow person with a cloth. With a little huff, Xoti rolls her eyes to hide her happiness.
I guess this here's the part where I get all tongue-tied and it gets to feeling a little awkward, and you get to wondering, what's wrong with this gal? Or I ramble, yeah.
Give her a gesture of blessing. Kyla warms her cheeks, and she nibbles at the bottom of her lip almost shyly. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Priestess Mogren, but after everything I went through in the last game, I'm pretty much like the god's favorite, right? I mean, all the gods, I guess, besides Aethys, love me. Well, that's not true. Andra probably doesn't like me very much. And in fact, Skane and Woedica probably don't like me very much. And now that I think about it, Rymergon and I don't even remember the other one's names. That's how much he probably doesn't like me. I think that was Skane too, wasn't it? I don't know. Hylia probably doesn't think I'm that bad. I killed her dragon for her. Bareth obviously doesn't think I'm too bad, since they came and helped or asked for my help. Okay, so it's about half and half. Half the gods like me, half the gods don't like me. Alright, well, I know who Gon is. I'm not going to ask her. Why do you want to go inland?
There are souls needing their last rites. I ought to shine them the light, else they might get lost.
Enough nonsense, Xoti.
Xoti.
No one knows if anyone's even died. You've no business going in there, risking your own safety, risking our mission.
Wenglif, you guide the living and I guide the dead. Gon bids it and I dreamed it. Leave it be. We all serve our purposes. So what's yours?
I'm chasing Aethys.
I knew it!
She clenches her grip on the sickle in her right hand.
That was my god who stomped through here. I gotta go after him. Watcher, will you take me with you?
A fine proposition. I'd enjoy the company of a priestess. Why not? Perhaps you'll prove useful in dealing with Aethys. You can tag along, so long as you don't get in my way. Say I let you join me. How would that benefit me and mine? How would that benefit me and mine?
Reckon I'm good with wounds, both inflicting and healing them up.
She jiggles her lantern, beaming you a dark-edged grin.
Me and my brethren may not see eye to eye, but they'll all admit I'm sturdier than a weed and just as stubborn. I won't die on you before it's my time.
How adept are you as a healer? How severe a wound can you patch? You sure you can handle a fight? You may not listen to your fellow Dawnstars, but first time you step out of line with me, you're gone. Understand, Xoti? Xoti? I think it's Xoti, right? Maybe it's Xoti. Well, I'm sure we'll say her name again. Are we gonna play Klesia maybe a little bit more of in the last game, you know, we were very, and I spoke about this in the last episode, but we were much more kind, good, compassionate. I don't know if it was just the choices of that game or not, but I kind of felt like I had to play that way in order to do the things I want her that she would choose to do. Right? She couldn't really be an asshole. Maybe I'm not giving that game enough credit. I don't know. Would she say this is basically what I'm saying. I feel like already we're seeing more interesting dialogue options. More varied dialogue options, maybe? I don't know. I'm liking it. How adept are you as a healer? You sure you can handle yourself in a fight? She raises the sickle for your inspection. The blade is well worn with a half-edged black backside for added lethality, but its sleek metal is also meticulously clean.
Sure can. I reaped my first soul when I wasn't yet 12 years old. Plus, gruesome doesn't bother me.
Guess her skills had something, I suppose.
Adir has busied himself with scraping something off the side of his weapon and does not look up.
Sounds like a vote of confidence to me.
Xoti beams happily.
Well, what's it to be?
A fine proposition. I'd enjoy the company of a priestess.
I know an offer rare as hen's teeth when I hear it. Yeah, I'm taking it.
She beams brightly.
You won't regret this.
She steals a shy glance at Adir. Ooh.
Hey.
Adir half nods without looking in Xoti's direction. He seems suddenly focused on something in the distance. A tad too eagerly, she saunters close behind you.
At least take care, child. Come back to us in one piece. If not for my sake, then Samhain's.
The older priestess sighs, shaking her head.
So don't tell her. What the High Priestess doesn't know won't hurt her.
Grinning, Xoti waves her brethren a curt parting. You know, I don't want to read it too much into it, because I don't want to get my hopes up. But I don't think I've ever played an RPG, like this kind of RPG, where your companions kind of develop relationships. When I say this kind of RPG, I've played things like, and I don't know how much you'd consider it an RPG. I guess it is. Depending on who you ask. People have different definitions of RPGs. But something like Fire Emblem, right? It's a tactical RPG, right? Or kind of is, maybe? I don't know. I always considered it as one. But you can, in some of those games, your companions, your characters can romance and get to know each other and stuff like that. But in a game like this, I've never really seen that happen. I don't think. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. That'd be really cool if that's something that happens, based on your choices and things like that, or just who you have in your party. Nice. So choose the single class or multi-class for this companion. So we don't want her to be a priest because, well, I'm a priest. It's contemplative. Priest plus monk. But do we want to make her a straight monk? I think this would be good. I know the game doesn't recommend me to do multi-class for my first playthrough, but I am a pro player, so I'll be fine, I think. And this will give us, we'll probably focus a lot on the monk abilities, but you'll have the ability to, do some healing when needed, which I think would be really nice. So let's go with contemplative. And she has leveled up.
Certainly.
Okay. Let's level her up now so we can get an idea of what she's got going for her. I love her amulet. It's the symbol of Aethys. Look at her sickle. That's badass. Don't know how good of a weapon a sickle is, but maybe it's good. Let's see. So she's good at alchemy, arcana, athletics. So we're gonna go with alchemy for you. Yep, our party alchemy is pretty good now with my own. Don't need you to have religion because that's me. Don't need to have survival because that's Adir or Eder. Metaphysics maybe. A young field of knowledge. Metaphysics deals with animancy, Adra, the wheel, the in-between, the beyond, and all mysteries of the soul. So this would make sense because didn't she say she guides the dead? That's what the whole lantern thing is, because she worships gone. So we're gonna go with that for her. I like that. And then your ability, so we can get a monk ability or a priest ability here. Is that how it is the whole time? If I'm multi-classed, can I just go all the way down eventually anyway? And just ignore this? Probably not, because we get some basic stuff, huh? So you've got Swift Strikes. We can get you Force of Anguish, which is a powerful attack that knocks the target back a significant distance and prones them. That's pretty cool. Arm Bearers. Okay, and you got all of this. Lesser Wound allows the monk to gain wounds when receiving damage. Lowers the monk's wounds threshold, allowing them to gain wounds at a faster rate. So wounds are the way that monks use abilities. It costs 1 mortification. The monk's hands become a frenzied blur of attacks, increasing their action speed for a brief period and granting them quick inspiration. Let's take a wound. This takes 2 wounds. Let's get that. There we go. And let's go into here. We're going to send you up here. Perfect.
Oh, I shall.
Alright. Can I speak to you?
The children of the Dawn Stars. I wondered if we'd run into them down here.
Not to be confused with supernatural manifestations of Aethys, the children of the Dawn Stars are Red Saren followers of Aethys who have traveled to the Deadfire archipelago as migrant workers in the decades following the Saints' War. Lacking colonies of their own, Dawn Stars can often be found in the employ of the Valian trading companies or Royal Deadfire Company. Okay?
There's someone I used to know. Just an old friend. Came out here to settle with them last I heard. Maybe we should ask around, see if she's still out here. Might be she can help us.
Just a friend, huh?
Xoti rubs the back of her neck, clearly uncomfortable. How'd you know her?
Oh, well, both grew up in Gilded Vale, same temple.
Adir looks askance at you. You can trust me, you know? Yeah, I mean, we've been together forever, buddy.
All right, all right. We used to, you know. She was real loud, too. Used to have to cover her mouth or she'd get the dog howling in the next room.
What the hell? I wasn't expecting such a detail. Xoti's face models bright red, and she turns away, hand covering her eyes. That's my favorite kind. It sounds like a special woman. You could have stopped a few sentences ago, yeah. Sounds like a special woman.
I knew you'd understand. You're gonna like her. I got a good feeling.
In dialogue. Find someone who might know Edir's friend. Well, I guess we'll start with you guys.
You watch over her, you hear? That's one of ours whose fate you've taken into your hands.
I will.
For God's sake, I don't need Nanny in Wanglith. I've reaped more with my 2 hands than you'll dream in a lifetime.
And you've pride in that?
Head shaking, she turns to you.
Do you see why she needs guarding? You must shield her light. Do not let her lose it or her life. Do you seek a blessing from the light?
We're looking for someone who came out this way years back.
If it's a fellow missionary you seek, then you might talk with Nordegand at the temple in Nekataka. She's been around a while. Knows more of us than most anyone else.
What's Nekataka? The great and ancient city of Nekataka is so old that its foundations are said to predate the great Huana cataclysm of legend. In recent years, the native Huana population have been crowded by the arrival of Valian and Rawatayan colonists, traders, and soldiers. Alright. How big is this place? Okay, it's not that big then. Do we need to, like, go down here if we can? No, it doesn't look like we can. Let's go over here. The wagon holds only a few boxes and scattered garments. What do we got here? Dock workers. Commoners. Sailors. Free stuff. Got a lot of debris in the water there. Are you somebody you had like a... No, you're just a worker. Okay. The Kraken's Eye. The Deerwooden Captain. Are you here to stay?
The Juana ought to keep to themselves.
Okay.
When the next storm hits...
Not gonna go into that building quite yet. I want to have a look around here. Just
fresh fish!
A fishmonger.
Race you to the coral. No contest. What?
See, that's
Just
stealing.
because
Okay.
You have webbed fingers and I can't swim? You are a strange man. I have many fish here to trade.
I caught him myself.
The Amoa grins proudly. Let me see what you have. I didn't even look at what she had. Okay, so we've got inns. Inns serve multiple purposes and can be found throughout the Deadfire. At any inn, you can access a store, rent a room, recruit adventurers and crew members, retrain characters, and manage your party. So we could always can we retrain characters out of their multi-class? It's said that it can't be changed, so I'm assuming not. Certain rooms will give a resting bonus that applies to the entire party and lasts until the party rests again. Recruiting an adventurer goes through the full character creation process. The cost of the adventurer increases with the level you recruit them at. Retraining a character resets them to level 1 and allows you to go through any level ups they have had accumulated. Right. Doesn't sound like you can. And companion conversations. Right, we figured that out. Figured that out myself. Where's my stash? Guess, do we want to sell these? I think we'll be okay selling them. I'll keep those for now. Trade that. There's a little bit of gold. Let us check her inventory. So she is using her Xoti sickle. The sickle was originally forged as a cheap farming implement, but in Xoti's hands it is a potent weapon. The aspect of Aothis known as Gon is often depicted carrying a sickle, with which he reaps what is sown in life, carrying out the cycle of death and rebirth. In service of Guan, Xoti carries a similar tool, emulating the holy act of reaping. This sickle, while outwardly ordinary, has an inherited power from Xoti's strong faith. Nice. Soul Reaper. Plus 5% sickle damage until combat end or scoring kill. Stacks 4 times, increases with religion skill. Aw, that's unfortunate that she's not going to be getting much religion skill. What are you doing with that lantern? This lantern contains a mantle of Audra at its core. In her service to Guan, Xoti has worked tirelessly to collect souls within the mantle so that they can be safeguarded until Aothis returns to Hell once more to oversee the process of death and rebirth. The lantern is well constructed and quite durable. Xoti wields it in the manner of a small shield, and it offers reasonable protection. +1 of each monk resource per kill. +2 to all restoration power levels, and +2 to all inspiration power levels. And it is a shield, +1 enemies engaged. Nice. Cool. I suppose you can have this as your secondary weapon. There we go. Did I ever look at what you had? It's a shame that I didn't get to keep his gear. I suppose we'll read the descriptions for these. Adir wore this armor during his time in the Saints' War. Its dark color is unusual, as is its power. Though he admits that the armor has pulled him from the brink of death on several occasions, he claims that no one else has ever handled the armor. How it became enchanted is a mystery to him. And then Night Market Amulet. Secret worship +1 religion +1 stealth. Adir chose not to return home to Gilded Vale. Through a number of quiet inquiries, he soon found his way into the underground organization of Aothisians known as the Night Market. Ironically, in learning that the gods had been fabricated, Adir found his faith in Aothis renewed, and that his god was neither alive nor truly a god had become irrelevant. He rose quickly through the ranks of the Night Market for his optimism and for his bold leadership. His ultimate goal, to make the Deerwood a place that would welcome followers of the Shining God once again. The amulet, unassuming and easily hidden if need be, is a symbol of faith recognized by other secret worshippers. Awesome. Yeah, so that was essentially exactly what the epilogue to the first game said about him for me. And I imagine that can be different, which I'm guessing this could be a different item, depending on what happens in that game.
Yes.
Which is really cool if it is the case. Let's go up here. Otto, and good day. Hi. I'm going to take this salt if you don't mind. Well, that boat's seen better days, huh? I'm gonna take this.
I shall make it so.
Oh, okay. Everybody go back over here. Mine. Ooh. Karu clothing. That seems like it might be... I like the initiative. It's probably better than this armor, isn't it? Considering we don't plan on getting attacked, like hit often, so we don't really want to focus on damage reduction too much. So it gives us a little bit while also not affecting our initiative at all. We do lose the freeze, which isn't great, but I think this would probably be better for us. Doesn't look as good though, does it? Nah, we'll keep it for now. I think it is the better gear. You have the Vestments of Guan, which is medium armor. Don't think I have anything to replace that. That would be better. Yeah, it's not anything. I guess we could see for looks. Nah, this is much cooler. Helms, we do have a helm. Although it's probably not better than this. I guess these don't typically have anything. You're fine how you are. Let's take that. What is this? Most of the postings offer various goods for trade, though you spy at least one crude drawing of what may be the governor.
Certainly.
Poor governor, getting the short end of the stick. And you have a name, Alteria.
Ado, begging your pardon for the mess, miss. We are still recovering from the storm.
It's all good.
We have supplies here for the paying customer. Provisions for the road, perhaps?
Let's see what you have.
Have a look.
Death Small. Grants death runes. Being near a killed enemy grants temporary damage reduction. Oh, that's kind of cool. No paladin better personified the ethos of the Black Walkers than Hans Eleckbert. He was a single-minded instrument of violence and the finest cavalry officer among the Bleakwalkers, among the Bleakwalker companies, companies operating in the Deerwood. His superiors utilized Hans and his troop of riders in the way one fires a cannon. Mounted atop powerful war horses and clad in heavy plate, they broke enemy infantry formations with a single pointed charge. Hans's helmet, designed to make him visible to his subordinates through the dust and viscera, became an icon of approaching death for any warrior brave or foolish enough to stand against the Bleakwalkers. When the paladin finally fell in battle, his few surviving enemies cut his head from his shoulders. According to legend, Hans's head continued to bellow from within the helm, ordering his men to press the charge and leave none alive. Dumbfounded, the victors buried Hans's head unceremoniously and left his corpse to the ravens. The helm's travels, however, were not entirely at an end. Cool, I don't have the money to buy it, but cool. And then another ring of minor protection. A battle-worn grimoire. Oh, it's got spells in it. That'd be cool if I was a wizard. Well, if I ever get rich, I might come back and buy that stuff, but... Let's look. What is this? The market. Let's take a look at the market.
What marvelous carvings!
Oh, yes. This one is many centuries old. Blessed by Xoti herself.
Magnificent!
Henrik. Hello?
Here you find civilization, Aimika. But outside these walls, the jungle will eat you alive.
Aimika is friend.
That is, unless you prepare yourself, ne?
Nay is no? Yeah. Show me what you got.
A wise and prudent decision.
Now, we don't need to buy anything unless it's gold. It ain't gold, we don't buy it. So we have Essence Interrupter, looks like a bow. 2,400 copper, though. Critics of soul manipulation disparage animancy as a reckless perversion of the natural order. While these arguments are often steeped in political animus, every once in a while they hit the mark. Such is the case with the Essence Interrupter, the product of an ambitious but unorthodox outcast of the Brackenbury Sanitarium. The inventor hypothesized a surefire method to awaken Kith's souls by applying an instant jolt of spiritual stimulus to the cranium. Once he modified a hunting bow to unleash projectiles of charged Audra and copper, he set up a market stall in Sperinto, where he promised compensation to anyone who participated in his study. After calmly shooting arrows between the eyes of 2 test subjects, the Animancer was taken into custody. Authorities never recovered his bow, which to this day reflects something of its inventor's unethical eccentricity. Cool. We don't have anybody for that. It's 12,000. Whoa. That markup. All right, Shattered Vengeance. This is a one-handed club. This is something that Adir could probably use, but it's too expensive for me. This club originates from the little-known sacking of Munga Waikinga, an obscure Rawatayan village. The villagers were taken by complete surprise when a band of slavers descended on them. The slavers quickly overwhelmed the few guards and set to work rounding up the terrified people and killing those too old, too young, or too weak to fetch a good price at auction. One teenage girl, Lula Ko, was not about to allow the villains to harm her infant brother or enfeebled grandmother. Resolved not to surrender without a fight, she broke into the chapel of Wodaka in the village common and plucked a torch from above the altar. She dipped it in pitch and smashed the priest's reflecting mirror, creating a club crowned in jagged glass. She prayed forgiveness from Wodaka for her sacrilege and went out to confront the slavers. The girl's boldness surprised the slaver captain, and he was only able to laugh before Lula Ko killed him with a single blow to the head. The villagers, inspired by Lula Ko's bravery, revolted against their captors, winning the day against all odds. The people of Munga Waikinga forever honor the warrior child, as she and her sacred weapon were surely blessed by Wodaka. I don't know about that. I'm not so sure that Wodaka would bless them. We're not going to use these, so we can sell these. Get a little bit of money. There we go, and we're not going to use that, so we can sell that. Get another 11 coppers.
Certainly.
Covered craftsman. Okay, let's go up these steps here. Governor Clario's estate. Let's get this stuff first. Alright, let's go see what Governor Clario has to say. Mr. Clario. Oh, that's him right there. He was just waiting for me. Hello? I'll talk to you in a second.
Ah, yes, there you are. As governor and under the auspices of the Valian Trading Company, please allow me to officially welcome you to Port Maje.
Maje. The Valian Trading Company, an outward-looking mercantile order from the Valian Republics. The 30,000 employees are tasked with delivering profit on the homeland's investment. In the Deadfire, this means refining and exporting luminous Audra in enormous quantities. Port Maje is one of the Valian Trading Company's oldest colonies in the Deadfire archipelago. Though it is not grand in stature, it sits on well-established trade routes from the Eastern Reach and is a common stopping point for ships in the region. It has a close, if often fraught, relationship with the nearby Huana village of Satahuzi. Okay, continue.
I'd like to say the pleasure's all mine, but I try not to lie. Don't worry, I'm only here on account of her.
She bobs her head in your direction.
Of course. I see you've been as quick to involve yourself as ever.
Clario's tone is polite, but there is a strained edge on his wide smile as he turns from Xoti to address you.
Quite the event. receiving one of the godlike in our little town. Perhaps it will take the people's minds off recent events.
Maybe.
Apologies for that little drama outside. These are confusing times, and people often react poorly to uncertainty. Between the storm, the pirates, and the, well, certain strange events, we are all a little on edge.
That's alright. Never fit in much where I came from. Strange events. I'm on an important mission. I need to leave the island as quickly as possible. I understand. You said you could help me? No need to talk my ear off. That's alright. Never fit in much where I came from.
Interesting. Is that why you came? This may be a Valian trading company outpost, but I welcome settlers willing to work.
I have to find someone.
A fearsome task out here. You have a great deal of water and land to cover. But I see your point. The sooner you are away, the less likely your quarry will slip the net, no? Now, to the matter of your ship. You're stranded, are you? It was a rough landing by all reports. Unfortunately, our own ships are in no condition to sail. We've had dealings with the pirates ourselves. They've taken their share of supply ships. The storm saw to those berthed in the harbor. All that said, I believe I may have a solution, provided you're willing to help me in turn.
I'm the Lady of Cadnua. Couldn't I owe you a favor? What could I do for you? I just got here. I'd be happy to help in any way I can. I get it. Things are falling apart and you need me to save you. I'm not interested in making bargains. I get it.
I would not put it just so, but let's move on. I have the guards on the lookout for pirate vessels looking to take advantage of whatever damage the storm caused. We've cannons enough to see them off, but I need every man ready to use them. There is a site of some considerable value elsewhere on the island. A value to the trading company, you understand. In point of fact, it's the very reason any of us are here. You're familiar with the Luminous Adra trade?
I know that Luminous Adra is supposed to house more concentrated essence. I know that Luminous Adra is native to the Deadfire. I'm a watcher. I've dealt with Adra before. I know a little about Adra. What's Luminous Adra? Metaphysics or history? Let's go with this one. I know that Luminous Adra is supposed to house more concentrated essence.
It's also quite valuable. When refined, it sells for considerable sums. The trading company has invested a lot of time and money into locating sites suitable for mining and processing.
How valuable are we talking?
Valuable enough to make sailing across the world seem like a sound investment. We, and I hope you understand that these matters require some discretion, have one such outpost on the other side of the island. A successful venture up until very recently. We sought to improve the refinement process. To that end, we hired some of the brightest minds in the field of animancy and brought them out here to lend their expertise.
Sure, that went great.
And then one evening, a storm rolls in out of nowhere, and my scouts begin to report that a giant has marched its way across the island towards my dig site. What am I to make of that? We haven't heard from Mestre Odorisi since, nor any of his assistants, or the workers. I must know what has happened. If Odorisi, if his work is lost, then everything that we have worked for is at risk. Which is where you come in. You need a ship, I need information. See to this for me, and I'll set half the town to work. We'll patch up your ship, and you'll be free to go on your way.
And if I find this Odorisi?
Why, take his report on the situation and remind him that he's under certain contractual obligations. And relay my deep relief at his good health, of course.
Do you have any idea what might have happened?
What? I told you what happened, but you wouldn't listen to me. We could have prepared for this level of destruction. But what do I know? I'm just a priestess with prophetic dreams.
Clario's jaw tenses, but he otherwise ignores Xoti's tirade.
The Huana storm speakers should have kept the worst of the weather at bay. I can't imagine what else might have happened. There are wild beasts on the island, but they wouldn't have attacked an active dig site.
Aothis is out there, stomping across the island, and you're worried about some research?
Well, if Aothis happens to strike down the council, perhaps then I will have time to spare for him.
Clarios lets out a sharp breath, evidently flustered by his own outburst. Xoti nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile.
Please do not repeat that. We each have our debts.
Of course.
Whatever you believe is going on, you can see it for yourself. That is precisely what I want.
I can do that.
Gilad, then we are agreed. I will assign men to keep watch over your ship.
Thank you.
You will find the dig site on the eastern side of the island. I'll mark it on your map here.
You'll do it for the Watcher, but not for me? I see how it is.
With a discontented sound, she crosses her arms over her chest.
Yes. Why wouldn't I want a pack of Dawn Stars crawling over my Adra mine in search of their lost deity?
Clario darts a quick, sour look in Xoti's direction.
One more thing. If you should recover Odoris's notes, know that they would be of great value to me.
Alright. I'll see what I can do, buddy. Alright, are you anybody? It sounds as if you had a narrow escape. The pirates have been bold of late. Alright. Let's head out of here. So he needs us to investigate a dig site of lustrous Adra that was being studied by an animancer, but Aothis came and stomped all over it, and they need those notes for probably their profit. And we got a couple more things to look at before we leave, but I think we are going to be done for this episode. The next one, we'll finish exploring this place, and then we'll hit the road, go see what's going on at the dig site, and get our ship built, hopefully. But we found a new companion in Xoti.
What can I do you for?
Initial impressions? She seems really cool. I like her a lot so far.
What can I do you
Especially any potential things that might go on between those two. That'd be great. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Until the next one, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.